Hi, this is Dwayne McClendon with Assignment 7 with Performance Design and Sports Performance Training. And basically the main unit here is SAQ, so Speed, Agility, Quickness. And I'm just going to take you through one day of stabilization, one day of strength, and then one day of power. A couple things to keep in mind with SAQ is that there's really no, they have strength defined, but they don't have like power defined. And so, what you can do is kind of mix and match. Basically what our book says is it talks about making sure that you have a specific number of technique movements and then a specific number of speed movement drills where they're linear, multi-directional. So I've kind of tried to mix that in along with knowing that the athlete I was assigned was a soccer goalie. So you're going to have a lot of lateral movement because I think, that's the main goal for them, is to be able to move side to side as quick as possible. So I'm going to incorporate what I can along with that. So day one, technique drills. There will be I've got marches, I've got A skips and cycling B skips, and then there's 3 sets for these, and then 15 yards. I tried to mark it off as best I could here. It's basically technically 14 yards, but I'll do the best we can. And then the tempo's controlled. Intensity, it has no, it's not applicable in our book, but the rest time for the technique drills is for every minute that we work out, there's 3 minutes of rest. And then weight and equipment, there's cones. I don't really have cones. I've kind of marked it off by visual here. And then I'm going to go into speed of movement drills. But first are marches, A skips, and then cycling B skips. So again, you're trying to make sure you have the correct form here as best you can. And hopefully you can kind of see me what I'm going to do. I'm going to come from this way so you can kind of see me here. I'll go all the way. So marches, just kind of marching. Just make sure that they've stretched as best they can here. Trying to keep on that posture with engaging my core, just like that. So that's your marches there. And again, you do 3 sets of that. And then the next part is A skips. So I'll come from here so you can see me. So A skips. So and form again is important. I'm swinging the arms. I'm trying to stay as straight as possible. And then now is cycling B skips. So cycling B skips. I'm not going to use the whole 14 yards, but so I'm kind of kicking out, same thing, but it's like a skip, and I'm really working my arms as well. And again, the foot contact is more of my toes than my heels, and as soon as I contact, I'm coming back around with the other leg. Again, the form is important. So again, they get 1 to 3, 1 minute on and then 3 minutes off. Speed of movement drills, basically I've got lateral A skips, line stop deceleration drill. So I'm just going to do 2 speed of movement drills, and then there were 3 technique. And we're going to do 2 sets. Everything's the same, 15 yards for reps, because it doesn't really define in our book. Certain things have seconds, repetitions, so it really just kind of depends on how the athlete's doing on what you want to do. For this reason, I would just have him do 2 sets. And 15 yards controlled. Intensity is not applicable. For this one, it would be 1 minute of on, 5 minutes of rest, because you're starting to pick it up now. All right, so lateral A skips. Here we go. So you can kind of see me here. Boom. And again, light contacts. I'm not really hitting the ground too much with my whole foot. It's mainly my toes. and then again just picking up turnover. It's the turnover with sprinting and running that you're going to need to do and work with your athlete. And I'm doing it lateral this time because the soccer goalie, a lot of his movement is going to be lateral. And then line stop deceleration drill. So basically you're sliding, kind of like a slide, and then stop, and then slide, and then stop. Slide, stop. And what a coach can do here is, for a goalie, is you can have the ball, you know, for example, it could be rolling towards him, and then he can be sliding, and then has to go get the ball. You know, that's a little bit more in the strength and then power, but that's a adjustment you can make too. So that's day one, stabilization. Day one for strength, I'm just going to do 2 technique drills, tube walking and Superman. So tube walking, which I'm very familiar with my knee, having to go through this for rehab, is I'm just going to use the green band for right now, so you can kind of see. Let's get it on them. Again, the form is very, very important. Hands on hips. Hopefully you can kind of see me here. So again, it's step, back, step. And you can really get them a little bit lower too, if you want. If they want to work on, you know, saving as a goalie. And then as they come back, step, and another step in, step. And make sure that this foot is always straight, because this is what they told me at PT, is always make sure that that foot that's leading outside is straight. It never should be crossed or going like this or out. You always want to make sure it's straight. So there's your tube walking. Great for resistance training. And now we have Superman. So again, the core is important for your athlete as well, just to make sure that when they are, hopefully you can kind of see me here. So Superman, again, it says 20 to 40 second hold. You can do that as well with your athlete. So again, I'm going to pick up my legs, pick up here, and just hold. Not going to do the whole thing there. But again, working my core, which is every bit as important in trying to save goals for your athlete. So that was the strength part of day one. And, you know, you do 2 sets. I put 20 yards because we're going to start to move it a little bit. Controlled. Don't worry about the intensity. Again, the rest is 1 minute, 3-minute rest. 1 minute on, 3-minute rest. Now, 5 speed of movement drills. You're going to do 3 sets. Again, it's 20 yards, controlled. Don't worry about intensity, sorry. And then it's 1 minute on, 5 minutes rest, because you're really picking it up. So I've got agility ball drill. We're going to come over here so you can kind of see me. I don't have one of those special balls that has all these different edges to it and it bounces funny. But the best you can kind of see me do here is I'm going to use the tennis ball. So I'm going to throw it against the wall and I'm going to try to catch it, and I might move. So I don't know if you can really, you know, see me as I'm doing this, but it's just make it as difficult as possible. Oh, you don't want to make it too difficult because then it goes all over the place. But so that's your agility drill with the ball. So you can throw it against the wall. You don't have to have a partner there. That's fine. But make it as challenging as possible and try to move lateral as much as possible. And the next part is push-up. Now I'm going to do the push-up instead of sprinting. I'm going to do push-up to lateral slides. And the reason is because you can mix in having a soccer ball go left, right, forward, back, and then they have to react to it. So push-up position. So you're in push-up, and then you can have the coach say go, and then yeah, you can sprint. So that's one variation, to sprint. Or push-up And then lateral slides, forward, back. So that way you kind of work on what's going to happen at the goal area. And just make sure that they're not hurting their wrist as they're in the push-up position. Make sure in the correct push-up position. Back is straight, posture alignment, gauge the core, gauge the glutes. And then lateral slides. So since I don't have the handy dandy slides here, you can try to see me over here. I know this is taking longer than I thought, but as you can kind of see, so lateral slides would be, if I had an agility ladder here, I would kind of go all the way through. So if you can kind of imagine that I have an agility ladder there, so you're just going side to side, and one foot contacts, the other comes. And now A skips. So you got A skips again, and then line stop deceleration, lateral again, and then agility ladder in, out, out. So A skips again are, so make sure you can kind of see me. So boom, 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 boom. And I'm really working my arms. I know you couldn't see me there, I'm sorry. So I'm really working my arms. A skips. But I'm going lateral, and I'm going to go both sides. Again, 3 sets, 20 yards, line deceleration drill. So again, I'm sliding, come to a stop. And again, you can add, going forward, going back. You can have a ball come at the goalie, however they want, and then you go to the other side as well. Make sure you come to complete stop, just like holding the 3 to 5 seconds. It's very important that they do this. And then agility ladder in, out, out. So come back to the handy dandy area here of in, out, out. So move these out of the way so no one gets hurt. So you have to pretend that I've got something here. So in, out, out, in, out, out, in, out, out. Now we're going to pick it up. So, and it doesn't have to be that fast because it's controlled, being that it's strength drill or strength unit. So, but again, make sure that they're on the balls of their feet. And that's it for day 1 of strength. Day 1 of power, you basically have lateral A skips and then line stop deceleration drill. I think I'm going to do, so back to Superman and tube walking. And again, with these, it's 3 sets, but 2 sets for 7 speed of movement. I made it to 7 because in the book it's a 7 to 10. So we're right at 7, and there's 2 sets for that. But with the technique drills, there's 3 sets. 20 yards, fast. You're really moving, kind of like I did the last one. And it's 1 minute on, 3 minutes rest. Can use cones, agility ladder, soccer ball, tennis ball. It depends on what you need. But speed of movement, you do 1 minute, 5 minutes rest. So Superman, again, as you can kind of see me over here, I'll move this out. Okay, so Superman here, you just raise up all your feet as well, engaging that lower back. Help them with that lower back because you're going to need it with your athlete. You really need to have a strong lower back to be able to save goals. Tube walking again. So back to it. So again, I'm in a nice athletic position here, back straight. Tube walking. You can even adjust here where make it harder, weight, resistance for them to have to go and make sure that the foot stays straight. every time. You can even also throw in a tennis ball, a soccer ball, for them to catch while they're doing that, so that it makes it a little bit harder to focus, because again, there's so much hand-eye coordination going on as a goalie. And now to the speed movement drills. You got push-up to lateral slides. So you're in a push-up position. Get up as fast as you can. And, you know, maybe have it go fast, go back, have to save a goal, just like that. And you keep doing that, again, through 2 sets, 20 yards. You know, you kind of adjust there. And then agility ladder, side in, out, out, like we just did. So in, out, out, as you can kind of see my feet here. In, out, out, in, out, out, in, out, out, in, out, out. And back as fast as you can go. And then one ends, linear and lateral. So if you can kind of visualize me being in a ladder here. So I'm just kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and just one foot is going throughout the ladder. It's contacted. The twos, which is next, the twos, or the one ends lateral is 1. So I'm picking up my knee every time so that I've always got one foot uncontacted. Now the twos is 2 feet are in that square every single time. So those are your twos, linear. And now the box drill is, I gotta look at my book again real quick here. They don't have it set up. Box drill is you sprint, side shuffle, back pedal, karaoke into the finish. So I don't have it all set up here. I'm sorry that you can't really see it. So as I'm sprinting, I'll sprint, I'll slide shuffle, I'll back pedal, okay, and then karaoke all the way into beginning. And then you also want to go the other direction as well. So have them, sprint, slide this way, back pedal, and then karaoke the other direction. Again, 2 sets, 20 yards. And then the T drill, very fun. So you've got your sprint, side shuffle, karaoke, side shuffle, back pedal. So see if I can remember all this. So sprint, side shuffle, karaoke, side shuffle, back pedal. So sprint, you can't see me, my bad. So sprinting, side shuffle, back pedal, side shuffle. Oh, sorry. Do this again. It's sprint, side shuffle, karaoke, side shuffle, back pedal. Okay. So sprint, side shuffle, and then karaoke, and then side shuffle, and then back pedal. And just make sure you go the opposite direction as well, so that they, get to, it's a workout. So they get to do both sides. And again, with the goalie, it's really important that you do as much lateral as possible with a lot of hand-eye coordination drills so that they can, don't be afraid to add in the soccer ball as well as they're doing these T drills and box drills, because it'll help them save more goals for you. Thank you.